John Dickerson is CBS News chief Washington correspondent. He's also the host of Face the Nation. He joins us from Washington. John, good morning.
Good morning, Charlie.
Let's start with this question. What are the implications of this? Because Mueller seems to be supported on both sides of the aisle, and he has significant power to do something.
Well, the implications for the president are that, think about this, he said that all these investigations into Russia collusion with the Trump campaign, that they were a witch hunt, that the FBI investigation shouldn't go anywhere. Now, this investigation has been re-energized, it's been revalidated, and somebody's been put at the top that both Republicans and Democrats have praised. So this can no longer be knocked down by the president as a partisan witch hunt. And also, the president now has to be careful about what he says about it, because in the mix in this story now is the off-the-books conversation he had with former Director Comey about possibly wrapping up the investigation. So anything the president says now about it has to be seen in that light where people are talking about obstruction of justice.
John, do you have any information on how the White House is feeling about this latest turn of events? We've heard public statements.
Well, they feel whipsawed by what's been 10 days of constant pounding. I mean, and a lot of the trouble self-inflicted. Some of it has been newspaper reports about things, but a lot of it also has been just poor planning. The Comey firing was handled in a way that just exacerbated lots of problems that couldn't get their story straight. That's happened again with the story about what the president may have said in the Oval Office with the Russian foreign minister. So they are feeling pretty battered over there.
So what limitations are there on this special counsel?
Well, the limitations, there looks like there's not that many of them, and that and you have two things. One, the way the powers that Mueller's been given looks like he can not only look at the underlying question of Russia and the Trump campaign, but then anything that comes up in the course of the investigation that he would want to look into. And then you've just got his reputation and the way he comports himself, which is to say he doesn't put up with any nonsense. And so if he wants to go investigate something, and anybody tries to stop him, that's not going to be a quiet accession by him. He's going to do what he wants to do. And of course, again, he has that bipartisan support from both parties, which gives him a lot of political power, too.
I don't want to lose sight of the fact that the president leaves tomorrow on his first foreign trip. His first stop, Saudi Arabia. He's going to have lunch with 50 leaders from around the Muslim and Arab world. And there's significant deals that are going to be announced, right?
There are significant deals. This is a test not only of the president, but of his administration. The ability to lay out a foreign trip with what they call deliverables, things that he can praise, things that he can show that he has relationships in these cities. Often presidents have recouped when they are in trouble by going overseas, acting presidential, carrying off the kind of set piece things that a president has to do. So this comes at the right time, but as former Secretary of Defense Robert Gates said to us, the president has to stick to the script.
And he's also going to make a major speech on Islam.
He is, which will be really fascinating, given the many things that he has said over the course of the campaign and some of the things that have been said by some of his close advisors about the religion and its connection to terrorism.
All right, John, we will all be watching. Thank you very much.